Amaranth is one among other leafy vegetables that takes less time from growing in your garden to serve on your plate as a delicacy. 8 years back, when I had started gardening, the challenge was to grow edible healthy plants for me only. Now the growing options are still the same, that is balcony and containers.
But without sacrificing the taste, the quality of vegetation has been improved in such a way that 5 to 6 people can sufficiently enjoy the harvest.
So this happened because I did a few changes the way I was doing before and followed a few steps. So here I am going to share that with you. I'll cover all the problems that a beginner faces while growing amaranth, like seeds do not germinate, plants never grow tall, slow growth, or holes or dots on leaves. So in short, I am going to cover all the points including the care that you need to know to grow healthy amaranth plants. I share all the updates of my garden on Instagram. I'll be inspired to bring informational content if you visit our profile and show your love there.
The first and the most important thing is to get the best quality of seeds. They should be 1 year or less old only. Older seeds that are more than a year old do not germinate. For quick germination and good yield, buy some new seeds.
Please check out the description. There I have mentioned a few seed suppliers in India that have genuine price and they provide the best quality of seeds with having 100% germination rate.
Whether it is a bucket, basket or a tray, you can use any pot to grow amaranth plants. But make sure the top part should have wide open space, because once the seedlings are grown, they will need more space to grow to their potential.
Amaranth is a short-lived plant. It has to take the nutrient from the soil to grow very fast but healthy in a short period.
Sometimes you must have noticed that seeds germinate but could not grow more than 1 or 2 inches and dead shortly.
So that happens if there is not enough nutrient in the soil. How will you fix this problem?
You have to prepare a highly nutritious soil mix before sowing the seeds.
Most leafy vegetative plants need nitrogen that you get from compost, that is gobar khad, vermicompost or kitchen waste compost. So the portion of compost in the soil plays an important role. So ideally the composition of soil, coco peat and compost should be 50-25-25. If you have no clue about the ratio, you can take equal amount of each to prepare your soil mix.
Other options are also there to supplement the nitrogen, which you can use while reusing the soil mix. The soil mix you see in these baskets is actually 2 years old.
Every time I don't use the new soil mix, instead I recharge the soil with liquid manures and grow again. I'll discuss that in some time.
This plant grows best during the winter season, but I have been growing it in all the seasons. During the summer season, it needs daily watering. Avoid growing it in the rainy season because insects like aphids and mealybugs grow in an uncontrolled way due to no sunlight and unfavorable weather condition. You don't have to soak the seeds over the night. The number of seeds in a pot or on an area should be less. Take a little amount and sow directly in the soil.
So often we end up sowing more seeds. Let me show you what happens when you sow more seeds.
In these baskets, the growth is good. The size of each plant is looking decent. So this is the basket where I had sown a few seeds first, but germination was late, so I thought they won't grow. So I sowed again and that turned out like this. You can see the growth and size of each plant.
Too many plants in a small space or container struggle to get nutrients. Lack of it, their height becomes short. So without growing up to the decent height, the plant becomes mature, seed pods start to grow, and after that there is no chance of growth. Sunlight requirement of this plant is equivalent to that of regular vegetable plants, that is 5 to 6 hours.
If your seedlings are leggy, it means they are not getting proper sunlight.
Don't try to grow it under partial shade or full shade if you want growth like this. But if you like this vegetable and sunlight is the issue and anyhow you want to grow this, then grow it as a microgreen. It tastes similar and highly nutritious. So having plants means having insects. So if you see holes in the leaves, it means the plants are having insects that are not visible.
None of the plants is a house of insects. These leaves are eaten away by sparrows. They used to come when plants were smaller and chopped off the leaves.
I won't suggest spraying insecticide, not even neem oil. If the insects are big, throw them out with your hands.
I use this cane to water the plants. You can also use a hose pipe to spray.
Change the watering method, 99% of insect problem will go away.
Water should be given carefully during the stage when seeds are germinating and when they are grown up to the size of microgreen.
So that period is root establishment phase. So early morning spray water lightly without disturbing the root, but be careful about over watering too.
If you see drooping saplings, means you are watering too much or maybe at the wrong time.
So schedule it in the early morning so that sunlight can balance the excess moisture in the soil. No, it doesn't need transplantation. So basically there are some varieties that grow up to 3 or 4 feet.
This is one variety. I have transplanted a few plants here. This variety needs transplantation if many plants are grown in a small space. I only harvest leaves from these plants. Plants send out more shoots from the sides when I take off the top part and leaves.
But you can avoid it if you grow it with a plant. So all you have to do is you need to sow a few seeds with a gap where they will get space and balance nutrients to grow. That's it.
This is the best size for harvesting. Harvest before the seed pods are formed. Like this plant has carried seed pods. You have to harvest before. After harvesting twice or thrice, add a handful of compost to the leftover plants.
So most of the time I have seen people uproot it. So what happens when you do that?
In the container, some plants grow very fast and become tall, whereas others grow late. So when you uproot the taller plants, small plants next to them will come out automatically. So don't pull out the plants. Take a scissor and cut off the matured ones from the bottom. In this way, you will not disturb the roots of other plants that are growing next to it, and they will also grow.
So you will also get a chance to harvest batch by batch. So do you have to add any fertilizer between the growing period? The answer is no, because it is a short-lived plant. So before sowing the seed, you have to fertilize the soil in such a way that the plants won't need any fertilizer supplement once they are grown. How will you do that? Let's see it. So every time I don't change the potting mix of these baskets. I only add a few manures before sowing seeds and the soil becomes ready for the next batch.
Once you harvest the last batch of vegetables, means your containers are empty. So first, loose the soil nicely, add regular compost to it, and mix it properly. When soil mix is ready and potted, add liquid manures.
there are so many options to make liquid manures. Like you can use vegetable peels, mustard cake, seaweed, fish emulsion, uh, vermicompost tea. So use whatever is available, and after using it, leave the soil for 4-5 days and repeat the process again. Means you have to lose the soil, add the liquid manures again and leave it for 4-5 days, then sow the seeds after a week. So all this you have to do to grow pesticide free amaranth in container. It is a wonderful vegetable. It has many health benefits. Just search the benefit in Google. You will be amazed. I hope you like this video. Feel free to reach out by adding your comment in the description. I'll surely answer back. I'm really glad for having you here. Thank you so much. I'll see you soon.